What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. And tonight, yes, at the time of this being recorded and posted, it's like 9 right now, 9 p.m. right now. But I figured, why not get this deck up? It is a updated Cyber Dragon deck profile, which is going within the August 2019 format, but going within the July 2019 ban list. This took me, I would say, a little over a year. I would probably say to work on, but it took me about a couple weeks to test it on Dueling Nexus, and honestly, the deck is pretty consistent. I would say, and I believe this is a 53 card deck. I believe so. Without any further ado, let's get into it. So first up, obviously, you gotta have 3 of Cyber Dragon. This is the main card you have to have. If you don't have this card, obviously, you're not gonna get off all of your plays. This card pretty much will easily get you to any of your fusions, anything, even your synchros. Yes, there are synchros in the deck, in the extra deck, and I'll explain that a little bit. Then I have the boss monster of the deck, which is Cyber Eltonin. I am only running 1 because this is the main boss monster you have to have. This card, with this card, you banish every light machine monster from your graveyard, and you summon this guy. Once this guy's on the field, I believe, let's read off its effects, because I think it was errata or something. There was rumors that it ended up getting errata. So let's see here. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon from your hand by banishing all light machine monsters from your field and graveyard. This card's attack and defense becomes the number of monsters banished for its special summon times 500. If this card is special summon, send all other face-up monsters of the field to the graveyard. So this is pretty much your destruction card. This will break off all of the Sky Striker, Salmon Great boards, and even Rockets. I heard that Rockets is going to be pretty good with the new structure that just came out. But this card could potentially break those kinds of boards. Next up, I have one of the draw cards of the deck, which is Cyber Phoenix, which I am running 3 of. This is a pretty decent card. This card gives you an additional draw when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the grave. Plus, this card can also negate the effects of any card that targets one machine monster. So this is really good. And plus, you can also use this for a synchro summon or a link summon automatically. So that's another. Again, it's really good. Hold on a second. Alright, there we go. Sorry guys, I had to move my camera a little bit. Anyway, next up, I am running 2 of Cyber Dragon Dry, 3 of Cyber Dragon Zwei, and then 1 Cyber Dragon Veer. Cyber Dragon Dry has a really unique effect. When it's normal summon, and not only does it become Cyber Dragon, but all of your light machine monsters become level 5. So automatically, you can just automatically go for your rank 5 plays. Cyber Dragon Zwei pretty much becomes Cyber Dragon when you reveal a spell in your hand. It's that simple. And also, when this card attacks a monster, it gains 300. Cyber Dragon Veer is a little different, and I'll read off its effects just to show you guys what it does. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard. If you normal or special summon Cyber Dragon, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. You can only use this effect once per turn. Each Cyber Dragon you control gains 500 points. So you want Cyber Dragon Veer on the field not for its first effect, but for its second effect, because you want to try and bump up your guys' attack points as quickly as you can. so you can automatically go for the OTK. Next up, I am actually running 2 different tuner monsters in the deck. One of them is actually Junk Synchron. And you guys are probably thinking, why am I running... And you guys are probably thinking, why is he running Junk Synchron? Well, truth be told, this automatically gets you to your monsters in your graveyard that are level 2 or below, so you can automatically go for either Cyber Dragon Core or Cyber Pharaohs, or you can also go for Cyber Dragon Hearse as well. The problem is that its effects will be negated. So, but again, when you mix it with Cyber Dragon, automatically, you automatically get a level 8 synchro. Easy level 8 synchro. Let's get that out of the way. Next up, I am running 3 Proto Cyber Dragon. Just another really good, easy way to get to have this card, have your Cyber Dragon cards become, Cyber Dragon, basically. Next up, I am running 2 Cyber Dragon Core. Some people run 3. I prefer running this card at 2, only because you don't want to draw into this card a whole lot. Although this card does give you a spell or trap card that has Cyber Dragon in its name or text to your hand, you really do not want to draw into it. You want this card in your grave because of its other effect, which I believe... Yeah. So basically, with this card, when it's in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, I believe, you can banish the card from your grave to special summon a Cyber Dragon from your deck. So again, you want card in the grave for that ability. Next up, I am running 2 Cyber Pharaohs. This is pretty much your Power Bond, which shockingly enough, I'm actually not running Power Bond in the deck. Honestly, because I'm only running 2. I'm actually running only 3 different fusion cards, and this is one of them. So with this card, basically any machine monsters you have on the field, you fuse them together and you get out a fusion monster from your extra deck. It's pretty simple. And when it's destroyed, you do get a Power Bond from your deck to your hand, but unfortunately, I am not running it. And I want to apologize to you guys. I'm I'm a little embarrassed right now because I don't have all the cards I need for the deck. I'm actually missing quite a few, but I'm actually running 2 Cyber Dragon Hearts, and I'll also be running 2 Cyber Dragon Noster. Cyber Dragon Hearts is really good because when it's sent to the graveyard by any way, anyhow, you can special summon Cyber Dragon from your hand deck or graveyard. It's absolutely broken. And Cyber Dragon Noster, basically, if it's in your hand, you can send 1 light machine monster from your hand to the grave to special summon it in defense mode. That card right there is pretty much your win condition right there. And then last but not least, for the rest of the monsters, I am running 3 Cyber Valley, a little more draw power and battle phase negation, and then also the 1 Unknown Synchron, mainly to get out the level 2 Synchro Tuner monster that's in the extra deck. Now moving on to the spells. First up, I am running 3 of Cyber Repair Plant. This card is absolutely incredible because if you have at least 1 Cyber Dragon monster in your graveyard, you can either add a Light Machine monster from your deck to your hand, or target a Light Machine monster in your graveyard and shuffle it into your deck. But if you have at least 3, you are allowed to activate both effects, which honestly is just super incredible. It is super incredible. This will again more combos to get your plays off. Next up, I am running 3 Cyber Emergency. This card is an automatic Cyber Dragon. If you have at least one of these, It's absolutely incredible. It is like that's basically your OTK card. This card will get you your Cyber Dragon, your Noster, Core, whatever Cyber Dragon you need. This card will get the job done. And then I will also be running 3 Cyber Rev system. I'm a little embarrassed right now that I don't have it, but I'm actually gonna be running 3 Rev systems. Some people run 1. I prefer 3 because I think because it'll get you even more Cyber Dragons from your graveyard to your field. And speaking as I said, I'm running 3 fusion cards. One is Cyber Pharaohs. The other 2 are Overload Fusion and Cyber Load Fusion. Yes, Overload Fusion is probably one of the most intriguing cards in the deck, but it works. So what you do is if you have one of your link monsters on the field, you can activate Overload Fusion, banish your cards from your graveyard, special summon a fusion, then go for Cyberload Fusion, send them into your deck. Combo wombos right there. Easy combos. And then last but not least, for the rest of the spells, I am running 2 limited removal, 1 Monster Reborn. It just has an added extender, and to give this deck a little bit of a kick, I am also running 1 Foolish Burial. Now moving on to the traps. So if you guys watch Leonhardt, if you guys don't know who Leonhardt is, he is basically a content creator like myself, but unlike me, he does all things Pokemon, and every time he pulls a Magikarp, he always says #Magikarp Army. I have a lot of respect. For Leonhardt, and I'm a huge fan. But the Magikarp Army ain't got nothing on the Mirror Force Army. #Mirror Force Army. I am running all 7 Mirror Forces in the deck. Yes, there are 7 of them, and I'm running all 7. So I got Mirror Force, Dark Mirror Force, Radiant Mirror Force, Blazing Mirror Force, Stormy Mirror Force, Drowning Mirror Force, and Quaking Mirror Force. Yes, all 7 of them. I'm actually not running the trap card. What's that card called? Mirror Force Launcher, I think it is. I'm not running that in the deck because there's already enough draw power in the deck anyway. You know, like Cyber Phoenix and Formula Synchron and whatnot. This is awesome. I don't think anybody has ever ran all seven Mirror Forces, but if anyone has, comment below. And then also I am running Stardust Flash, and I'll also be running the 1 Cybernetic Overflow just to break off the boards for Summon Grades and Sky Strikers mostly. Alright guys, now moving on to the extra deck. So first up I have, for the fusions I have the 1 Cyber End Dragon, the 1 Cyber Twin Dragon. For the Chimera Text I have Over Dragon, Rampage Dragon, Fortress Dragon, and Mega Fleet Dragon. So if you guys don't know, Cyber End Dragon pretty much it's pretty simple. It deals piercing damage. It's plain simple. Cyber Twin Dragon is able to make a second attack. Chimera Tech Over Dragon just pretty much just completely destroys your board. Honestly, it's a bit of a what's the term called? It's a bit of a risky card, but it's actually pretty good. Rampage Dragon pretty much just breaks your opponent's back row, destroys their spells and traps, and it just can do. Whoa, camera keeps moving, and it could just do a whole lot of damage. Fortress Dragon is hold on a second, guys. Apparently, there's something caught in my stand. It won't come out. Anyway, as I was saying, so Fortress Dragon is really good because its effect reads as follows: cannot be used as fusion material. Must first be special summoned from your action deck by sending the above cards from either your field or grave from either field to the grave, In this case, you don't use polymerization. The original attack points of this card becomes 1,000 multiplied by the number of fusion materials used for its special summon. So that right there is just pretty good on its own. And then Mega Fleet Dragon is absolutely broken because this card becomes 1,200 multiplied by the number of materials used for it. And it's just good. It's good on its own. Like that. Next up, as I said, for the synchros, I am running Stardust Dragon, Formula Synchron, and Shooting Star Dragon. I really don't need to explain why, but I will anyway. Stardust Dragon negates any and all card effects that would pretty much do something. Honestly, so it's pretty decent. Formula Synchron, draw power, can't go wrong with that. Shooting Star Dragon can deal multiple attacks and just negate card effects and negate attacks on its own. So that's pretty good. For the Xyz, I am running Cyber Dragon Nova, Constellar Pleiades, Cyber Dragon Infinity, and then Constellar Ptolemy M7. Cyber Dragon Nova, these two cards right here, just these cards alone, I don't even need to say anything. You guys know what they do. It's better to have it in this format instead of like 2 Novas and 3 Infinities and whatnot. This right here is just perfect. Is perfect on its own because with Cyber Dragon Infinity, you can just continue to add monsters that are in attack mode from either field and attach it to him as his material. You can keep doing that. This card is another one of your boss monsters you have to have in the extra deck. And then last but not least, for the Link monsters, I will be running Clayford Genius and then also Cyber Dragon Seeker, which I know Seeker has been reprinted in the Megatins, which I'm actually going to be, which I might purchase 3. I'm probably going to purchase like 3 of them from my sponsors, which we'll get to that in a future video. Now moving on to the side deck. Now this is something that I put together just to like show off a bit of a budget friendly side deck. Some of these came from multiple sets. You know, Battles of Legend, from Duelist packs and whatnot. So here is the side deck for this deck. So first up, I am running 2 of Honest. Yeah, you guys know this card can give any light monster a little bit of a kick, and it can just completely annihilate your opponent. Next up, you guys are probably gonna be tripping balls, but I'm actually running the Trickstar engine. Yes, you heard me right, Trickstars. So I have 2 Trickstar Narcissus, 1 Cantina, 1 Black Catbat, and then also the 1 Reincarnation. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to acquire 2 more Reincarnations, but that's okay. So Trickstar Narcissus can deal, actually, so with Narcissus, it deals 200 points of damage to your opponent each time they use a monster effect. Cantina can deal the same amount of damage for when a spell or trap is activated, and with Black Catbat, any effect, 200 damage, easy. Trickstar Reincarnation pretty much just banishes cards from your opponent's hand, and then they redraw the same number of cards, kind of like a card destruction, if you will, but instead the cards get banished. So that's pretty good. Next up, I am running 2 Widespread Ruin, more board breaking, cannot go wrong with that. And then I'm running a card I did not think would be this good, Born from Draconis. This card is absolutely incredible because if you guys don't know, its effect says banish all Light Machine monsters from your graveyard and face up from your field. Special summon a level 6 or higher Light Machine monster from your hand, ignoring and summoning conditions. And if you do, its attack and defense points become equal to the number of monsters banished to activate this card times 500. Also, it's unaffected by card effects except its own, and this cards. You cannot special summon other monsters the turn you activate this card. So automatically you can go for Cyber Eltonin, trigger this trap card's effect and this card because it gains 500 for every monster banished. And with this card, your monsters are unaffected by card effects. What? That's good. Really, it's super good. And then last but not least, I'm only running 4 spells in the deck and the side. So I have 3 Transmodify, bump up your guys to, well, to become a Cyber Dragon, obviously. And then the 1 Spell Shattering Arrow, mainly going up against Sky Strikers and like pretty much any deck that uses a lot of spells. So that is gonna do it for the Cyber Dragon deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way, including the tins that I will be opening up once I get them, which I have no idea when that'll be because I know they'll be released at the end of the month. So when I get them, I'm going to be opening up 1 on the channel and the other 2 in a future video. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.